Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. A Pike County woman is calling for the man who killed her brother to turn himself in. Officials with Mingo County Sheriff's Office say 19-year-old Khalil Woods of Ohio shot and killed Roger Markham Jr. last Friday. Woods is also accused of attempting to murder Randall Bowen. Tonight I talked with his sister and mother of Roger Markham, all while Woods is still on the run. Friday afternoon, Mingo County deputies responded to a shooting on Goodman Hollow Road in Williamson. That's where they found 37-year-old Roger Markham Jr. with multiple gunshot wounds.
I would like to know why he would take the only person that me and my mother had left away, and his children, his two girls, suffering.
Markham leaves behind two teenage daughters. His sister says Markham always worked hard to provide for his girls.
He won't even get to see him walk down the aisle and get married. That's the sad part.
Officials from the Mingo County Sheriff's Office are searching for this man, Khalil Woods. Deputies say the 19-year-old from Columbus, Ohio, goes by the nickname Fresh.
I hope he has kids just as well as my brother did. I know it's not right, and I hate to say it, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for not one word I said about the man.
Markham's family is desperate not only for answers, but justice.
If he's man enough to pull a gun and kill somebody, you should be man enough to come and turn yourself in.
Trying to move forward.
I don't know, what his kid's going to do, but I wish he was here because it wouldn't be this hard on me and her.
While a void is left after an unexpected death.
He didn't.
Woods is facing first-degree murder and attempted murder charges. If you have any information about where Woods might be, you can call the Mingo County Sheriff's Office at 304-235-0300. A man broke into the Knott County Elementary School, stealing more than $15,000. And teachers at Jones Fork Elementary say when they arrived at school Monday morning, they found more than 20 iPads missing. TVs and other electronic equipment were also stolen. Security cameras were able to catch the man during this burglary that spanned several hours early Sunday morning.
The material that he took from us is it's pretty detrimental to our day-to-day functions. So if anybody does have any information, I'd love it if they could help us out on identifying this person.
The suspect is roughly 5 feet 10 inches tall with neck tattoos. If you know him, you are asked to contact the Knott County Sheriff's Departments. The U.S. government is suing nearly 24 coal companies to get them to pay about $4.8 million in unpaid mine safety fines. Authorities say the companies owned by West Virginia Governor Jim Justice committed more than 2,000 federal Mine Health and Safety Act violations since 2014, but have refused to pay the penalties. All 23 companies are listed in the governor's most recent financial disclosure form, and they operate in Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky. A road in Perry County is broken, and it's making getting in and out of a community unsafe. Highway 3348 in Little Leatherwood broke this weekend and has more than 400 people struggling to get in and out. State road crews were out today getting a head start on fixing it. In the meantime, cars are fine to drive around it, but school buses are the bigger issue.
There's always a possibility, it broke and it slipped off. And if you put a heavily loaded school bus across that same piece of property there, then maybe, at some point in time, it might just slip out. You never know.
Perry County school officials are putting buses on both sides of the break and having kids walk under supervision between the two to get them to school. The family of a young Tennessee state trooper remembers a young trooper who died following a crash with a semi-truck yesterday afternoon. 24-year-old Matthew Gotti died in the crash on Interstate 40. Gotti was responding to a call right before the crash. He was from the Tennessee Highway Patrol of the Memphis District. His father spoke at a news conference last night. He says he wants Gotti's legacy to live on. Police are still investigating what caused the crash. And next week is Officer Appreciation Week, but those with the city of Pikeville are celebrating early. A day in the life of police officers can be unpredictable. While they put their lives on the line, many go unappreciated. Today, many gathered inside the East Kentucky Expo Center to honor the heroes in blue. Detective Bruce Collins with Pikeville City Police says many of their officers will be in Washington, D.C. next week.
However, this year, one of our own, Officer Scotty Hamilton, who was killed in the line of duty last year, his name will be going on the memorial in Washington during National Police Week.
National Police Week is May 12th through the 18th, and as you just heard, Officer Scotty Hamilton, who was shot and killed in the line of duty on March 13th of last year, his name will be added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial on the 15th in Washington, D.C.
And we saw more sunshine today and those beautiful blue skies as well. Hopefully you got out and enjoyed it. And if you didn't, well, you'll have time as we head into your Wednesday. You'll notice as we take a look at a few of our cameras, you'll notice on Interstate 64 in Moorhead, that sun setting over there. Just a few clouds in the sky, but overall a quiet night. And as we look at satellite and radar, we're seeing really much of the same story. Haven't had to deal with those rain chances at all today, and just a few clouds moving into the area. Temperatures, they're pretty comfortable outside, anywhere from those low to mid 60s, so starting to cool down just a little bit. And we'll see those temperatures drop into about those mid to upper 50s as we head throughout the overnight hours with those calm winds and those mostly clear skies, and we'll see that as we head into your Wednesday. We'll see more sunshine and warmer temperatures as we head into your Wednesday before scattered showers and storms return as a cold front swings through. And how about that weekend forecast? We'll have that and more coming up in just a little bit. Justin.
Thank you. The battle over teacher sickouts in Kentucky makes it to federal court today. Both sides argued over subpoenas to get the names of teachers who called out to rally in Frankfort. Last week, those names were given to the Bevin administration. Garrett Weimer explains what happened in the courtroom today.
For more than an hour and a half inside federal court, U.S. District Judge Danny Reeves grilled attorneys about which court should hear this case and the harm sickouts can cause as he tries to decide whether to issue a restraining order against the Labor Cabinet's subpoena of teacher attendance records. Deputy Attorney General J. Michael Brown says even though the Labor Cabinet already got those records from the Department of Education, it's a matter of these teachers' rights going forward.
There's not a single individual who doesn't cringe a little bit when they hear the word subpoena. That word in this action is being used specifically, I believe, to chill the actions of our teachers.
Brown also argued the case should be heard in state court, not federal court, a second motion for the judge to consider. Judge Reeves did not make a decision today on the two motions. He said he'll issue a written decision, but not likely by the Friday deadline for the subpoenas. The sickouts themselves were often debated in arguing for and against the need for a restraining order. General Counsel Steve Pitt says yes, teachers have the right to protest, but they don't have the right to break the law to do it.
Anything that is done by a large number of people in a concerted effort to engage in a work stoppage violates the law here, whether it's to go to the Capitol, go to the mall, or go to church, which is also another constitutionally protected right.
Pitt says it may or may not result in any punishment down the line, but right now they're just investigating, so no need, he says, for an injunction. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
An attorney for the Jefferson County Teachers Association who joined the Attorney General's office lawsuit also faced aggressive questioning from the judge. Now to a reminder about the May primary. In-person absentee ballots are still available in every county. There are some requirements, though, that you have to meet to vote early on Election Day. You'll have to be out of the country, a student studying away from home, or have an out-of-town doctor's appointment. In-person absentee voting ends May 20th, the day before election. And if you are going to mail in your ballot, you have only 1 week left to apply. Your ballot also must be mailed and received by your county clerk by 6 p.m. on Election Day. About 2 years ago, the Cordia School's gymnasium in Knott County was condemned, but now they are ready to rebuild. School officials tell us that a piece of property behind their baseball field was donated to the school. Principal Jeff Ritchie says the gym will have 2 courts and should seat around 2,000 people. In addition to the gym, a soccer field will be added as well.
This project is something that we've been wanting for a long time. We've not had a gym for the last couple of years now, so we've been looking for a place to build our gym, and Mr. Greg Wells has agreed to donate some property over here. I think it's about 4 acres.
Ritchie says the project should be completed sometime in 2020. Staff at the London Laurel County Chamber of Commerce say business is booming, saying several businesses have just opened and more are moving along. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has more on the progress.
That empty space doesn't look too good, especially in this area, so I'm glad they're filling something in there.
Laurel County business continues to grow.
From the small town we're from, London, this is really big for us.
Coles, yeah, it'll be a good addition to London.
An addition that staff with the London Laurel County Chamber of Commerce say they are glad to finally see coming to fruition.
We are super excited about Coles. We have been working on Coles for years.
And with the new business is more growth. And not just in the number of new jobs.
Keeping our folks here in London and Laurel County and pulling other folks in from our surrounding counties. We're excited to have them come and shop in London and Laurel County.
Exciting locals to see what other business Coles could influence and expand their growth. In Laurel County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Staff with the London Laurel County Chamber of Commerce say Coles is expected to open in October. Coming up at 11, the search continues for a kidnapped Texas toddler with cancer. And Georgia's Brian Kemp is the latest governor to sign into law legislation banning abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected. We'll have the latest on the law.
And we have one more day of nice weather before those showers and storms return. We'll break down that full forecast in just a few short minutes.